New Year's resolutions. I do them every year. I'll be honest, I don't necessarily see all of them all the way through. This is my philosophy. I'll get your take. Sometimes I'll make like...
That's my take.
That's my take. Sometimes I'll make like a lot, like 7 or 8 resolutions.
I remember last year there were quite a bit when we talked about it.
And then some fall to the wayside, and I end up like latching onto a couple. I found for me that works better than putting all my eggs in one basket and being like not feeling it, or you know what I mean, like seeing what naturally fits my rhythms and stuff.
So were there any resolutions from last year that you know, like I didn't keep up with that one?
That's a good question. I should look back at what I wrote down. The ones that I did well with were try to work out 100 days out of the year, and I'm counting a lot of things that's working out, but I found a good rhythm, consistency with that. You know, not a lofty goal, but trying to read. I had a book list I was trying to read through, like did pretty good with that. I don't know. Those are the ones I really latched onto. What about you?
Yeah, so I adopted the same 100. I think I said like at least want to close my rings.
Oh yeah, yes,
100 times, which I did more than that. I think I'm on track to probably even doing 100 workouts, although I may be just like where, you know, sometimes I'm just walking all over my workplace because it's big. And I'm like, go, and so I look down like, oh, my rings are closed. And it wasn't like I planned to work out, but you know, if you're walking for 45 minutes, then you can close your rings that way. I don't know. It's hard to remember what the other ones were.
I know. I was trying to think. I should have come more prepared. Things I'm eyeing for this New Year's. Where this is airing on New Year's, but we got a couple weeks to put together in real life. I would like to do some sort of like not a task is the wrong word, but achieve. Like I would love to be able to like walk on my hands for 10 feet. Do some sort of skill is what I'm trying to get at. Like learn a skill. Like that's on my agenda.
Can you spin a ball and have it like sit on your fingers?
No, not good. For like 2 seconds.
Like I've not like done serious work towards
it. For 8 years, 20 minutes a day.
You know, there was a time when I played basketball in high school.
And you could do it?
No. I would sit and try and be like, I can't do this.
No, I actually saw a video recently. It was like last or a couple rounds ago, U.S. Olympic team. Steph Curry can't spin a ball on his finger.
Good.
And it's like, that made me feel better. And they did it, and like most people could, but there were like 5 people on this 15-man roster that couldn't do it. Like they would try it and it would just throw off. And that made me feel better too.
I wonder what it is.
I wonder what it is because like Steph Curry was like, he's like, I just played basketball. I didn't focus on this. He's like, I tried when I was a kid, but I was like, my dad had me shooting. The people, like a lot of the people, you know, 2/3 of them could do it. They were like, weren't you just bored as a kid and just sat around all summer and just had a ball? And, you know, and like some people did that. Some people were like, I just dribbled it instead. But it is something like, same with you. It's not like I've spent 20 minutes a day, but it's like, I'm not making progress on it. It's like I try it for 2 minutes and give up. And it's like, I could never do it.
Yeah. Speaking of Steph, I saw this video. Who's the really tall guy? Wemby?
Wemby, yeah.
I saw this video of him practicing shots that just had this crazy high arc on it. And they're like, he adjusted his shot to allow for Wemby trying to block it. Have you seen this?
I haven't seen that exact video, but Wemby's ability to block people's shots, it is weird. It's insane.
Yeah. So these shots, like they look like they're launching to the moon. And it's like, wow, that's crazy. It's pretty cool.
Dude, if you look at a normal NBA player shot anyway, like they just shoot with so much more arc than normal. And it's insane. I found New Year's resolutions that I made last year on my notes.
Oh, nice.
Work out 100 times. Eat during the work week. Eat out 1 time a week.
Yeah.
Did not keep that. That was one that did not. So I was like, and so I started out doing that. Then I changed it to like, okay, this just means I can eat out during the work week 52 times out of the year.
So I remember you talking about this adjustment, but that probably didn't hold either.
Caught up with me. Finished my master's. That was good. And then some like read through some family devotional plans that I got, which we didn't make it all the way through. We made some progress on it, but you know, it's like we start these things as a family, and sometimes we don't get all the way through it. I thought I made a note about potential resolutions for this year. One was a skill like walking. I had one more skill besides walking on the hand. I was like, maybe I'll try. It's not showing up in my notes, so I guess.
Picking a lock?
What?
Picking a
that
lock?
would be like something interesting. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Something like that would be fun. I found my resolutions from 2023. Also did 100 days of working out. This is similar to the eating out, but I was like, I'm going to do 55 Cokes in a year or less. Did not do well with that. I started tracking it, and it did not go well. I was going to memorize John 15. I don't think I did that.
And if you were at a restaurant and you like ordered something and they refilled it, would that count as two?
One.
Or does that count
I had
as
to roll
one?
that.
Yeah.
That was one. Yeah, and so we'll see. I need to do a nutritional one. Would be good to clean up. I feel like I'm active. Did a lot with like exercise. My nutrition. That's the weak spot. And I don't think I drink water a lot. But man, you just can go on like not benders, but there could be a week where I drank a Coke like 4 days in a row, and it's like, or I might go a week without it. But then it's like, for me, it's like Thanksgiving, Christmas, my family. It's like I'm just drinking a lot, you know.
Yeah.
And those are the times that like get.
And
you.
by Coke, do you mean Coke?
It's full diesel Coke, yeah. The real deal, not the Diet Coke. Maybe, yeah. So
No, I mean as opposed to. You're not using Coke as a standard word for like soda.
Oh,
you mean Coke.
I mean it could be any kind of soda. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When
So
I said
you are using
like,
Coke as the South uses it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I only had 100 Dr. Peppers, but only one Coke. I was being healthy. So I should have. I'm trying to think of the other ones. I have some good ones for my kids. I want Jaden to be able to juggle a soccer ball 10 times for this new year. He can like do it like 2 or 3. He's not very good at it, but it's like these are skills you should learn as a kid.
Come on, Jaden. Let's get with
Get
it.
together. But that's something he could do. He's like getting excited. He had a terrible soccer season. We lost every game, but he got good at soccer. He's getting good at soccer, so it was good.
So should parents have New Year's resolutions for their kids?
I think so.
Yeah.
I've done a bad job of following through. This one I should follow through. I've said some in the past with Jaden. It's just hard to get it. But that'll be a good skill. I think he'll see the payoff. But all that to say, we're talking New Year's resolutions. Anything else you can think of on this topic before we jump right into it?
I mean, everyone should put on their New Year's resolution to read through Lord of the Rings at least once
At least once.
this year.
You know, maybe I'll give it another try. I have read through like the first quarter of Fellowship of the Rings.
Yeah.
When I was in like 10th grade and then, stuff. I think I have read the entire Hobbit.
Yeah.
As like a 9th grade. Like we had to do it or something.
The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings are clearly connected, but they're kind of miles apart in one sense. The Hobbit is definitely written at an easier reading level, I think.
Yeah, probably. I made it through the Hobbit, yeah.
And it's more tropey, I think, than Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings, it can be pretty heavy going sometimes, especially with it, like he describes landscape and like vegetation and stuff. I'm it can be.
This is the part with art and appreciating stuff. It's like some of that stuff I never like depicting the scene. Some of it's good, some of it's not. I have to bring this up. Home groups yesterday. I couldn't handle it. You were like, Lord of the Rings, there was a river they couldn't drink from, and Jonathan was like that. Like it was too much. It was too much like detail, and it was just like I was like dying. But it's what I signed up for.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's one river over in on Osgiliath.
Maybe he
Minas Mogul.
That's the
you
name of the
can't
river?
drink that water. No, that's the name of the town. But you couldn't drink the water around Minas Mogul. But I wasn't talking about that river. I was talking about the river that's just east of the Misty Mountains. I think it's the Nimrod or Nimrodel or something like that. But it's like too cold. Like you can't drink out of it. But it does mix with the Anduin. And eventually you could drink that. You could drink the Anduin water.
Yeah, it was something like you were like this river, and you said something, and Jonathan was like the Minas Mogul, like he knew what you were talking about, but he like had he had some discrepancy. Like I don't know what he said, but I was like, it's too specific. We're saying funny words.
The point like to me, like that's a good analogy for resisting sin.
Oh
yeah.
That
was like, it's bad, you shouldn't do it, and like I think like orcs, like they drink out of that water. That's where that led them. I'm sorry, but
yeah. That's great. I love it. Well, New Year's resolutions.
Yeah. Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. We got it all today. Let's take it to the next level.
Let's fire up that twangy music.
From the hearts of the Low Country in South Carolina,
It's the Take Two podcast, where we take theology to the next level.
Now, Michael, we did a New Year's resolutions one last year too.
Yeah.
So here's a different spin. This is where my mind was thinking, and at the end we'll kind of jive with some of what you were saying in your last Sunday school class. But if you listen to our podcast, we talk, it feels like every other episode, about names. So why not keep that train going?
Yeah.
If you ever, I don't know if you've ever looked up like what the name Jordan, my third oldest, means. I'm going to look it up right now. Literally, Jordan means to flow down or to descend. And so you might be like, why would you name a kid to descend or to flow down? And it's because we didn't pick his name based on, etymology, like strictly literalness, what the word means.
Right.
But more theology. Not geography. It's also associated with Jordan River, but more theological terms. So I thought this was a good place
like crossing over the Jordan?
Exactly. Like that's big. Like sometimes I think like in my mind like, oh, Kobe Bryant could cross Michael Jordan and just like make, cross him over or something, So the Jordan River, maybe we can think about all the times we see it in Scripture, because in a lot of ways it's this line of demarcation into something new, where we had Jaden Jackson. Jordan was like a surprise, and it was like, hey, we got to do a J name. Yeah. So we're like already pigeonholed a little bit. We're like, oh, this fits really well. So you mentioned crossing over the Jordan River.
I was thinking about that song, "Swing Low, Sweet Chariot."
Oh yeah,
Take me home.
Also, yeah.
I looked over the River Jordan. What I see coming for to take me home. Yeah.
Exactly. So I tried to map these out. Joshua 3-4. Israel crosses the Jordan River into the Promised Land. It's not the Red Sea out of Egypt. That's more of deliverance. Into the Jordan is like this entrance into inheritance, obedience, maturity. Really, really big deal. We think Elijah and Elisha, you were mentioning.
Yeah.
We read in 2 Kings that Elijah parts the Jordan before being taken up. Elisha crosses it again, marking this big moment of transfer.
Yeah, he puts slaps the mantle down over it and it parts. Yeah.
Exactly right. And so we keep going in 2 Kings, not just a few chapters later, we come across Naaman. What's his deal? He gets baptized. He heals his leprosy.
Right.
My sister did like a speech on Naaman, and so I just have she would repeat it, practicing it for her competition or whatever. So I've got it in my head. But he had to wash 7 times in the Jordan for this cleansing. And this is going to hit a theme at the end with New Year's resolutions and ordinary. Because I think this is good. It's good to pick these ordinary things. And then, of course, we get to the New Testament. John the Baptist, repents for the kingdom of God is near, where we have this Jordan River, people being baptized. And then the ultimate new beginning, we see Jesus baptized in the Jordan, the heavens open, the Father declares pleasure in the Son. He's identifying with us. So we see all these kind of pivot points all around the Jordan River. Isn't that something?
Yeah, that is very interesting. And so for you, pivot point because of, having difficulties.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting pregnant, and now boom, God's pivoted that in your life.
It's like this new stage of life. And as I was thinking about New Year's, it's like, man, not that you have to have New Year's resolutions, but it is like this reset. It's built into culture. If it's a natural moment where you can reflect and maybe get some good habits, jump into some new things.
So I have to pause real quick, because I just realized their last one on names, basically on the name Joshua.
Yeah.
Your youngest son.
Yeah, that's funny.
And now this is on your next oldest son. So we got to do one on Jaden and Jackson too, I guess. Eventually.
That's exactly right. I love it. Yeah, we'll keep working our way up. I'll tell you, there is a Jaden in the Bible. You got to look hard for it, but it's spelled differently. But you got it there. Yeah. Jackson.
Not so much.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think so. So we might have to improvise a little bit there. But I love it, and so. Transitioning to New Year's, and I like this it's like this Jordan River is really, at least nowadays, it probably was different biblical times, but it's really not an impressive river. It's like small, it's muddy, it's gross.
Well, you get kind of that sense from Naaman because he's like,
That's
we
right.
got better
Exactly.
water than this over there. And he's like, I'm not doing this. And
I love that picture.
Yeah.
Because it's like, why would I do this like simple, ordinary? It's like, it's not miraculous.
Yeah.
It's not like this water everyone flocks to be healed. So I think that is good. And I think that gets into maybe some of the, people might tell like the psychology of what makes a New Year's resolution successful or not successful. Everyone I think is looking for this quick fix. I'm going to like change my life. I'm going to have this like miracle. My life's going to be like 100 times better.
Yeah.
And maybe it will, but it's these everyday habits that are going to get you there.
Yeah.
Where sometimes what I found too is like, rather than me saying, I'm going to gain 15 pounds of muscle, it's like, I should just find workouts that I enjoy. And maybe eventually I'll get, or it's like, I don't know. It's like you're getting there. That's important to find something that works for you in the process.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So what I hear you saying is set a process goal, not necessarily a destination goal.
Yes.
But if you stay with the process, you're likely to end up at the destination that you want.
I think that's exactly right. Find something you enjoy, and it's better to be like even thinking about for Jaden, it's probably better to say, hey, let's play an hour of soccer a week versus like you're going to juggle 25 times. Or it's like, like just put in the time, and I bet some of that will come and it's more enjoyable and it's doable. You don't feel like you're a failure. I don't know. You kind of land on these things. And I want to kind of talk about how that dovetails with sanctification, because sanctification is, on one hand, it is miraculous, but it ain't a miracle. It's a slow, methodical, drawn-out discipleship process, right?
Yes, yeah.
Let's look at some, maybe if we're looking for biblical precedent, like why should we, not that you have to do New Year's resolutions, but there is this progression in your life, right? If we're talking sanctification, what are some key scriptures that you would think of?
For sanctification?
For sanctification, yeah.
Yeah. I think of, 1 Corinthians 10, I think it's 13.
Oh, yeah.
I think 31 is whatever you eat or drink.
That is 31, yeah.
And 13 is no temptation is taking you, but which is common to man, and with it, the Lord provide a way out for you. So I think that was one that was drilled into our heads when we were younger, like, hey, you're going to face temptation.
Yeah.
Everyone's faced that same temptation, or at least some version of it.
Yeah.
You're not unique. You can withstand this.
Did you do Awana? That wasn't a Awana verse. That's one I memorize every year. Anyway.
Yeah. So Awana hit our church after I was already out. So,
gotcha. Yeah. I remember it's like you hit the same beats over and over, and that was one I felt like I was always like, the wording was like, it just stuck with me. It was like, always worked at it a little bit. Philippians 2 talks about working out your own salvation. It's also important to know it's God who works in you. It's kind of both of these.
To will and to do, yeah.
Yeah, so good. 1 Thessalonians talks about, we talk about the will of God. This is the will of God, certain things for your sanctification, like that's going to happen. We're called to walk in newness of life. And so it is this like steady plodding and crossing and step by step. It's not necessarily a dramatic leap. God can work miraculously and does work miraculously in that instantaneous way. But I do think we overlook the ordinary, everyday things. We've both been reading this book by Michael Horton. Your Sunday school talked about Mary and Joseph were like faithful in the ordinary things, and that prepped them for this extraordinary moment. And I think a lot of, everyone says like Mary was amazing, like, especially, Catholic tradition. It's like, how can you even, it's like she was a person. Like she was a girl, right?
Yeah. Another scripture,
keep
Hebrews
coming.
12, talk about keeping our eyes on Jesus, author and perfecter of our faith, who for the joy of the Lord set before him, he was obedient. And then it's like, who of you have resisted the point of shedding blood or even death to be, to stay away from sin. So this looked like a big encouragement. Like, whoa, okay.
No, that's good. 2 Corinthians 3, Tim talked about this as being his favorite verse, being transformed from one degree of glory to another. And if I'm thinking in this ordinary framework, I work with a lot of people from time to time who have knee replacements. Knee replacements, terrible. It's great. Everyone's knee hurts. when you get the knee replacement, it's gonna hurt for like a year.
Right.
It's like terrible.
Like you thought it hurt before you got your knee replaced. Just get ready.
It's one of the only times I work with someone where, for most people, it's like not uncommon for them to like cry during therapy because we're like cranking on that knee.
Mean. You're so mean.
Pain and torture, baby. That's PT. And I'm working with someone right now, and it's like you are fighting. When I see this from 1 degree, you're fighting for every degree of flexion. Like you get to 90 degrees, it's good. You want to get to 110. Oh, I'm getting close, and it's like. Everyone's like, everyone's surgeon is like, oh, at 6 weeks, are you at this degrees? And so 1 degree is not very much. You look at 180, 360 degrees, just being transformed 1 degree at a time. And so I think it's like, we think about acts of God. It's like hurricanes, it's like these big things, but it's like, man, God acts in these little ordinary ways. And we don't like that a lot of times,
It's like getting a budget and managing versus winning the lottery.
Yes. No, that's good. It's like, man, winning the lottery, wouldn't that be the best?
But, I still might buy a lottery ticket every now and then.
Right. No, it's very true. It's like, man, how can we get in this mindset to just, do these little things? And so we can talk a little bit of this goal versus process. Both are important. Like, you don't want to totally say the goal is not important.
Right.
Because in Christianity, what are we striving towards?
Christ likeness. Sinners to Christ, saints to Christ likeness.
That's right. Exactly right. Yeah. Mission of CBC. To get there looks, I think, a lot of different ways. What do you say?
Among all nations.
Yeah. Don't you wish to finish the phrase? This daily obedience, this faithfulness in the small things. I liked your Sunday school how, you were framing it all back to these, little small decisions, and maybe one day. That primes you up. It's like, man, if you set your budget, you're good with your money. One day you can, be in a position to bless someone, maybe major, significant, or whatever it might be. Or you can, be in this position, but you ain't going to be in that position if you're not, taking these steps every day. And Paul, maybe you can look. You're good. Philippians. Wow. Let's read chapter 3.
I didn't even know this. 3:12 through 14. This is from our. Open there from our previous podcast. Funny. Yeah. All right. Not that I have already obtained it or have already become perfect, but I press on so that I may lay hold of that for which also I was laid hold of by Christ Jesus. Brethren, I do not regard myself as having laid hold of it yet, but one thing I do, forgetting what lies behind and reaching forward to what lies ahead, I press on toward the goal for the prize of the upward call of God in Christ Jesus.
I like that. He's talking about the trajectory. He even would say, hey, not that I've accomplished this, and I'm not there yet, but pursuing that right direction, very, ferocious. Like, he's headed there hard. He's putting a lot of emphasis there, and I think that's good. And goal setting, I think, can be tough. And different things work for different people. It's great. One person might say, I'll read the Bible every day. I think it's a great goal. Yeah. That's a good goal to do. Another person might say, hey, I'm going to build a daily rhythm of Scripture. Maybe they'll say, hey, I'll listen to my audio Bible 10 minutes a day. That might work better than I have to get in 3 chapters, because sometimes you run into one of those Psalms that are going to take a long time, and you're like, oh, I can't. Yeah. I don't know. These kind of things where I don't know.
Maybe 45 minutes a day.
Maybe that's it. We were talking Bible reading plans,
right. And I think I left that at Jonathan's house.
I took mine home because I care about Stephen Brinson, and when he gives me something, I treasure it. I don't just. I'm just kidding. Yeah, you left it for Jonathan's edification,
right? Yeah, I was like, Jonathan, they need this more than I do, and so I'm going to give. It's better to give than to receive.
But it's good. We're talking. That's right. We were talking about this Bible plan. That we're trying to set in motion to encourage the church. Stephen Brinson, handed this point, he's like, hey, this is great. It's, in one hand, ambitious. It's reading the Bible in 120 days. Yeah. He did it last year. It's great. It's all mapped out. I like he's got the check boxes. You can check it off. I think for some people, that's great. For some people, that could be tough. For some, and Stephen Brinson is very persuasive where he's like, 45 minutes. Don't watch that TV show. It kind of makes sense, right? It's definitely doable.
You got 24 hours. Yes. Let's use 3/4 of one of them to read the Bible.
That's really not asking a whole lot. So anyway, there's different things you can do, and probably on one level, most of us don't operate to or near maximum capacity anyway, right?
Yeah.
Here's one, and I think you set a vague goal, you ain't going to get anywhere. Like, my goal for this year is going to be to stop sinning. Maybe you want to like put some specifics in there. Like, if there's specifics, I don't know, these kind of things, these are good little steps to get there. Build these habits. So anyway,
and it could even be thinking about stop sinning.
Yeah.
Like maybe you're like, I want to stop being in the situations.
That's a great,
that I find myself sinning in more often. Like if you get particularly irritable when you've been intermittent fasting all day and you come home, maybe pack something small. So like right before you go home, you can be like, have a little bit of that sugar rush or something. Yeah. Something like that.
I feel like that was oddly targeted towards me. No, I'm just kidding. That just cuts me a lot. That's when I get. That is when I get. It's like, man, if I can just get over like 45 minutes of just feeling like irritable. Sometimes it's like you get past that wave. You're like, oh, I feel great. You know what I mean? But man, it can be tough. But that's good. We'll hopefully share it with everyone. We're trying to recommend or at least provide an avenue for a Bible reading program. If you like don't, a lot of people have theirs, they love it, they know what they're doing. A lot of people
I've done mine so many times now that I'm like, I'm looking for something different, so I'm probably going to adopt this. But I've done the dwell chronological.
Oh yeah,
probably like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I need something a little different, just
mix
to
it up. Mix it up. Keep it fresh. So we can share this with you. I think where we're going to land is on Pastor Joe really was wanting this too. It's in one way it's similar to what Stephen was proposing in the fact that you're drawing from different parts of Scripture. It's by the navigators do like it's like you do a reading in Genesis, one in Matthew, one in Acts, one in Psalms, and it's like maybe a chapter or a portion of a chapter, and you're kind of in different places. It's probably just a scaled down version of something very similar to what. And then Stephen was mentioning he liked it because you're kind of like seeing these connections in the Bible. Oh, you read this about Abraham, and you're in Rome. It's like you're kind of like seeing how these things are reading about Jesus, and the Psalms, and you kind of see these things together.
You also might get a break from like, okay, I've got to do one chapter in Leviticus, or maybe half a chapter in Leviticus.
That's right.
And then you get to do some Psalms or something, because I know that some are a little bit tougher to get through than others.
Totally agree. And I'll find myself, I might say like, oh man, I'm like on a roll. And this might be cheating. I don't think it's cheating, but I'll be like, man, I'm really loving Ezra right now. I'll read 5 chapters in a row, and I'm kind of like, I can be like good for my weekend. I don't know. I can kind of like categorize it by a week and pick and choose, and I'll get there eventually. If there's something, and if, like you're saying, if it's something that's a little bit tougher sledding, I can have these breaks built in where it's not like, because that is discouraging. Where you're like, how much longer do I have in this book? If it's like, hitting a tough part. So hopefully you will come alongside us. I'm trying to set up like it's easy in YouVersion, to set up. You should check this out, see if it worked. I set up like a CBC church.
So you can set up your own order.
Yeah, I set up our church at our sermon time so people can find us. So maybe you should see if you can find us. I put it in this email I sent to you all that no one responded to besides Pastor. It's great. No, it's fine.
I said I'm all
totally
for
kidding.
it.
No, I'm kidding.
I replied, said all for it.
Yeah. Actually,
so did you actually? Is the plan that you had already in YouVersion?
It is. It's because it's the navigators. It's like there. It's like
can you
easy.
I'm looking for a place where I can customize one that I can listen to, because I want a chronological one, but I want to do it differently.
Do your own. That's what you should work on. That should be your New Year's resolution for this year, so we all can listen to it in the next year. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Because it would be simple to just like put it into like some type of Excel.
Yeah, and then just
upload it and like, okay, there's my plan. Now do that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we'll check them next year, see if you did that. That'll be good, and then we'll be like good.
Yeah.
We'll get the real the good chronological version, But great. Anything else you can think of on New Year's?
You want to read your closing line here? No,
this is so dramatic. I love it. Yeah. The same God who parted the Jordan still meets his people in ordinary waters and carries them forward one faithful step at a time.
That's great.
It's good. Don't neglect these ordinary means.
Yeah.
It is extraordinary. God works in amazing ways over this faithfulness. So New Year's resolution, get some down, share them with us. We'll share some info on our Bible reading plan, but that's our take.
Thanks for listening to Take Two. Find us wherever you find podcasts and on YouTube for those who want to watch our videocast.